Hello my loves, how are you doing? If you're new here, karibu sana. I go by the name Vivian Odhiambo, aka Fashion Guru Kenya, aka Mtutu wa Homa Bay County. So today we are making green bananas, aka matoke, and the ingredients are, of course, the green bananas, an onion, 1 clove garlic, and 2 tomatoes. So you're going to adjust these ingredients according to the amount of people you're cooking for these green bananas. So I've already washed my bananas. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to cut the edges, that top part. I'm going to cut it off, and then we're going to place it in a sufuria with water. Let them boil until they are cooked. When they cook, they change color to a darker color, almost black. As the bananas are boiling, we are going to prepare the rest of the ingredients. That is the onion, garlic, black pepper, turmeric, all those ingredients, tomatoes, so that when the bananas are cooked, we are not rushing, we are not burning anything. We are cooking things systematically. Okay? Okay. Washed and ready, I'm just going to cut them into the sufuria where I'm going to be cooking the green bananas. I'm going to peel the garlic, and then I'm going to cut them into really tiny pieces. Bananas are almost ready. They have been boiling for 15 minutes, so I'm just going to give them 10 more minutes. That will make 25 minutes for them to be done. I went ahead and also peeled my tomatoes and mashed them to get them ready. Okay, so what is going to happen after our bananas are ready is that I'm going to pour out the hot water, put in cold water so that the bananas can cool down before I peel them. Right here, right now, our bananas are ready. So in a sufuria, I've already put on cooking oil, vegetable cooking oil, and onions. We're just going to let those simmer for a bit. I'm going to cook them under low heat because I want to go ahead and peel my bananas. They've already cooled down. Okay. Some people like cooking them all like this, and there are some people who like cutting them. So I am both. Sometimes I cut, sometimes I cook them all. So today we are going to cut them into tiny pieces. So now that our onions have sauteed for a few minutes, I'm going to add in our garlic. Remember, garlic cooks faster than onions, so you put your onions before you put your garlic so that they can brown together. Okay, after they're all golden brown, we're going to pour in our mashed tomatoes. There's a new ingredient in town for me. So I didn't have peanut butter, and I tried to replace peanut butter with these grounded groundnuts. Njugu imesiagwa. Yeah, I wanted to see how it was going to work. You see the way when you put njugu imesiagwa or grounded groundnuts in your porridge, and it tastes milky when you cook them in your porridge. I didn't know whether that was going to be the result, but I soon came to find out, yes, it made my soup thicker, but it did not bring out the taste the way peanut butter would bring out the taste. So 100% I would recommend peanut butter instead of this. It didn't work for me. Our onions are turning golden. Now it's time to put in our mashed tomatoes. Okay, nyanya imesiagwa, whether ni blender ama umesiaga tu hivyo, sawa sawa. Okay, as we let our tomatoes simmer for at least 3 minutes, I'm going to put in a 1/4 teaspoon of garam masala. I'm going to put in a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, and then I'm going to put in black pepper, a 1/4 teaspoon or as much as you want depending on your tolerance on pepper. Then remember, if you've never used these ingredients before, garam masala has that lemony taste. So if you've never used all these ingredients before, how about you start with just a pinch of everything, see how it goes for your first time, so that the second time you know what to do. So today also I'm going to add in my Roco cube. That is what I'm adding in there. We're going to add water to all those ingredients. That is what you're going to pour inside our simmered tomatoes. Okay, now we are going to add in our ingredients in there like that. Let them simmer for a few minutes again. As they are simmering, I'm just going to cut my bananas into pieces, get them ready to be put in there. So the ingredients have already simmered. I'm now adding in my bananas, and I'd already added salt in there. So what I'm going to do after I've added my water and the soup has simmered a little bit, I'm going to taste for salt and see whether I need to add more or leave it the way it is. I'm going to add in my grounded peanuts, my grounded njugu inside here to let them simmer together, because I don't know how it's going to behave because it is raw groundnuts. But if I was adding peanut butter instead, I would have let this simmer for at least 5 minutes, add in my 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. Remember, peanut butter is going to make your soup thicker, so depending on the amount of people you have in the house, adjust your soup. And also remember, things like bananas and potatoes, they always suck in the soup after they sit for some time after cooking. So you want to make sure that you are eating this immediately after you have made it, or else it's going to suck all the soup. Coupled with the peanut butter, it's going to make it worse because peanut butter makes the soup thicker. Okay, I hope you have understood what I was trying to say. Our bananas are now ready to be served. Okay, let me just tell you in advance, they were delicious, if I do say so myself. Yes, the grounded peanuts or njugu did not do what I expected them to do, like in terms of taste. They did not bring out that taste, but they made my soup thicker. That is one thing that peanut butter does. Okay. So now if I have this one with black tea, aka strong tea, breakfast is served. Breakfast is officially served with this delicious green banana stroke matoke recipe. Good morning, my loves. How are you doing? If you're new here, karibu sana. I go by the name Vivian Odhiambo, aka your favorite Mama Ntilie, Mama Putin, aka Mtoto wa Homa Bay County. So today I'm going to show you a simple recipe to make githeri. It's simple, it's delicious. Na si ile githeri inanyonga, ni githeri unaweza kula na avocado vizuri. Okay, so the ingredients are black pepper, cumin, royco cubes, and of course the githeri. So in a sufuria, we are going to put in our onions. Then we're going to put in our cooking oil. We are going to let them cook the onions until they are golden brown. Okay. After the onions are golden brown, we are going to add our githeri, as you can see I'm doing. Bowl in a kasuku like me, as you can see, I'm going to add cumin. I use my eyes to measure, so that is about a half a teaspoon of cumin. Then you're going to add black pepper as much as you want according to your tolerance when it comes to pili pili or pepper. So this one that I'm adding is about also a half a teaspoon of black pepper. You can see there's water inside. I'm also going to add the 2 royco cubes. And remember, if you're adding royco cubes, first taste your food, because royco cube tend to be salty. Your food might be too salty. So I'm going to stir this, and then I'm going to add it to my githeri and add more water to my githeri so that they can boil together. You have to give your ingredients time to simmer, boil, so that they don't taste funny in your food. You can see I poured that inside and there is some remaining, so I'm going to add water to that bowl and pour it in the githeri. I'm going to put enough water that is going to make the githeri simmer, the ingredients cook well. Black particles that you're seeing, those are black pepper. Here we go, our githeri is done. Look at how delicious it looks. I'm now going to serve it, and as you saw earlier in the video, I put a pili pili or a pepper on top like that so that it can look colorful, okay, so that I can have a good thumbnail. So we're going to serve this. I'm just going to show you how it's going to look. It was really delicious, and I hope when I said about when I talked about the Royco cubes, you did not forget to add salt in your food. You have to add salt in your food, salt to taste, salt according to your preference. Okay, okay.